Hello and welcome to today's podcast, Generational Run, the podcast, of course. And today we have Emily
Howdy.
Jackson.
He did not like.
Hello, Jaxie. Say, look at the camera, dog.
Look that way.
He's gonna fight. And of course, we have playing with bubbles with his autism. It's Jonathan.
That's me. I'm autistic.
At least you admit it.
Oh man. All right. Where do we start? Of course, we always start with our sports segment. Today we're gonna have a special election preview. We're gonna have some political takes. Everybody's gonna give their political takes. Everyone's excited. I'm excited. Jonathan's not excited.
You're right. I couldn't be any less excited.
Jax is thrilled. Jax has Trump winning every state. But that's his take, which I agree with. But sports. Let's talk about football. There's one box on the screen that does, and there's one box that doesn't.
Jackson wants to talk about it.
He doesn't. His team lost. All right. We'll let Jonathan get his talking out of the way.
I know. You want to hear me talk less about this? You want to just start it over with? But New England came out and beat the fucking Jets. I could not be more happy. Honestly, don't even care if we win another game for the rest of the season. That was our Super Bowl, beating the Jets this year.
How the Patriots have fallen.
Huh?
Said how the Patriots have fallen.
Oh, we've fallen.
They used to go to the Super Bowl every year, and other fans are celebrating being a team that hasn't made the playoffs in a decade and a half. Embarrassing.
Hey, on paper, you should be one of the best teams in the league. But
yeah, but on turf, they suck.
Aaron Rodgers is kind of a problem.
No, Aaron Rodgers is not the problem. Unlike some of us who are in the opposing box over here, right? This box next to me, right? This dude on the screen. Some of our teams don't have ownership who knows how to run a team. Dog.
Robert Kraft does not know how to run a team.
Dog, there ain't no way, bro.
He's the entire reason we're not like
No.
superstars right now.
No.
You know how much money we have to spend? We have $173 million that we could spend on players.
Sounds like a GM problem, but
that's an owner problem. It's Robert Kraft. He's
no.
the problem.
Also, it sounds like y'all are just tanking, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay,
probably.
here's the thing though. Realistically, you sit here and you say Robert Kraft's a problem. Bro bought the team and won a Super Bowl within what 5-10 years. Woody Johnson bought the Jets and they just got worse.
That's true.
Like Robert Kraft bought a team that sucked for pretty much ever, and they became a dynasty.
I agree.
Woody Johnson bought a team that wasn't as bad as the Patriots and made them one of the worst teams in the history of the NFL.
I mean, like, I get it, but like when we have that much money, there's no reason to tank, because with that much money we could get players to fix the team. There's no reason to be tanking right now to get a pick.
I mean, I guess though, if your team was so trash last year, how much money can you throw at it to fix it?
I mean, that is true, but I mean, everyone's had hopes for Drake May. We had plenty of chances early and before the season even started to go pick up like Calvin Ridley or T. Higgins. Just didn't even try for it. We were at least going to try for Cup until they decided they're keeping him, and then we go and trade to the Chiefs. So we're just continuing to make retarded decisions. I don't know.
Whoever your
Figure it
GM
out,
is
I
a
hope.
bum dog.
It's going to take more than a year or two to fix everything anyway. So, but you know, the game. It was a good game for both sides. It did pretty well. As soon as Drake May went out with a concussion, though. I entirely thought the game was over. I did not have any confidence Brissett could lead us to a touchdown-winning drive. He proved me wrong. I give him props for that, for being a leader and bringing us to that drive. I've never cheered harder for a game in my life than beating Aaron Rodgers. Felt good.
The Aaron Rodgers hate's crazy.
I think the only reason I'm that happy about beating the Jets is because you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I guess it makes up for y'all getting bodied 27-3 earlier in the year. Win by 5
like
or whatever.
that.
I mean,
It'd be like that.
if it lets you cook, dog.
It happens.
Listen, everybody here, all of our teams now have the same record.
We're all chilling and last.
We can all... Who is last between the Jets and the Patriots? Is it Patriots? Because...
We're tied.
Yeah, but who would
But
be
I think
technically
we're
last?
I think we're technically still below you.
I guess it goes to division wins, which they each have, what, 1?
I think so, yeah.
Who else did the Jets beat? Somebody. I don't know. Somebody in week 2.
But technically we aren't last because the Panthers are just an absolutely awful team, but
I think I would assume then it would just go between those teams, because their head-to-head records obviously 1-1. Would it then go to their score against each other? Would that be the next tiebreaker? Because I think it goes to divisional wins, which they each have 1.
I don't know, because I remember the last list I saw for the rankings, it had the Patriots were second to last, right above the Panthers. The Jets were right above.
I'm just curious what the tiebreaker is in that scenario, because there obviously be something that would put...
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
I would just assume it would go to, in a division, if they played 2 games, it could go to their scores against each other, which would make sense. But...
Which, in terms, the Patriots have done worse, so...
Yeah, because, head-to-head, the Jets beat them 27-3 and then lost, 25-22 or something? 20? I don't know.
So,
something like that. So, either way, obviously losing the Patriots is disappointing. Obviously that's the team to want to be. It doesn't really matter as much now to me because, the Patriots are kind of shit, so it's kind of whatever. Where, years ago, it really did matter to try to beat them, but now it's just, in my mind, it's kind of whatever. Obviously, if you're going to be, on paper, a team that's that good, you shouldn't lose to a team that has 1 win. Realistically, the Jets lost a bunch of close games. I know we talked about this the other day. If a few kicks go their way, the Jets could easily be, 4 or 5 wins. So it's a little thing like that just goes against them, which is kind of unfortunate. But where we're at, I don't think that any of our teams are looking at the playoffs anymore. I think the Jets had to kind of win that to at least have a shot. To go to, unless they win out, that's... Any of the teams that they win out, they can make the playoffs. But you can't have more than 6 losses.
Yeah, even winning out with some of the teams in this season, winning out is still going to be hard.
I haven't really looked at any records, to be fair, because I watch the Jets and then turn off football. So, I don't know.
Chiefs are still undefeated. The Ravens, I think, are 5-3 after their loss to the Browns. Bengals are shit right now. The Lions are 5-1, I think, or 6-1, something. I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to as many as I should, probably. I know the Bills are kind of... I think they're 5 and... I don't know what they are.
It do be like that.
Let's see. What are the standings? Let's go through. Buffalo is 6-2. Pittsburgh 6-2. Houston 6-2. Washington is 6-2. Detroit's 6-1. Green Bay's 6-2. Minnesota's 5-2. Atlanta's 5-3. The fuck is KC 7-0? Denver's 5-3. Baltimore's 5-3. So everyone's doing pretty good, other than everyone that's doing shit. But
It seems like there's a lot of teams that either like have 3 losses or have like 6 losses.
yeah. I mean, you've got a bunch that are tied. Arizona's 4-4, San Francisco's 4-4, Seattle's 4-4, Tampa's 4-4, Chicago's 4-3. So I mean,
Are we gonna get like a shit
is a
team to
wild-
like get in? Like some of those years where you had like the 9-8 teams got in.
Patriots being one of those one year, I think. I think it was Mac Jones' rookie year, where we went 9-8. Actually, I think.
I mean, I think that you can get a team like that in. Maybe it's like because with a 7 seed, like it's possible.
Yeah. What did we do that year?
Well, you look
What
that
was
up.
2022?
I think so. Well, you look that up. No, I think it was 21. 'Cause was it Mac Jones picked the same year as Zach Wilson?
He was Jamar Chase's.
I think it was the same year as Zach Wilson because Zach Wilson got picked instead of Mac Jones. Like,
No, it was Zach Wilson.
so what are you guys doing? Because Mac Jones is right there. I wanted Mac Jones instead of Zach Wilson, which they're both shit, so it doesn't matter.
What's this currently? I need 2021 to 22. We were 10-7. And we did make the playoffs that year. And then we were 8-9 in 2022 and 2023, so. And then we fell off and went 4-13.
It was like
Now we're not doing any better, but
it was like that fall from like when Brady was there. You still had some of the players, some of the carryover, and then it just went to like complete shit.
yeah.
Giants. What you gotta say?
They lost. Not as bad as I thought.
Wasn't it by like 11? I think, right?
Yeah, it was 18-26.
Mm.
It was not great.
Yeah, those things happen. New York football.
I'm gonna be honest. Since they started Russell Wilson, Steelers are absolutely fucking balling right now. I don't know what bro did, but like, he's trying to beat those washed allegations. He's actually balling right now.
Bro
He
is
took that
trying.
hit on the Broncos and just decided, nah, I'm gonna play football now. He's in this comeback player of the year arc right now.
Oh, banger! Just breaking news as we're recording. Dodgers won the World Series. Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees.
Oh man, 7-6. They won in 5 games. Let's go.
Fuck yeah. Fuck the Yankees.
Fucking go.
Now I checked the score earlier when I was at work, like right when I was about to leave, and it was 5-5. The Yankees were up 5-0. The Dodgers scored 5 in 1 inning.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Cook them bums.
I mean,
They're just playing with their food at that point.
it's one of those things like the Dodgers. I mean, I haven't watched. Bless you. I don't watch much of it,
God bless America.
but
Thank you.
from what it seemed like, the Dodgers were cooking the Yankees the whole time. The thing was like the first game. You had a like grand slam, a walk-off grand slam to win game 1, like,
Yeah.
and then they won game 2, won game 3. Like, all right. Barely lost game 4. Like, it was looking like they were gonna get cooked the whole time. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that it seemed like it was gonna not go well for the Yankees, and it didn't, which is fantastic. So
Fuck the Yankees.
keep those bums from winning another World Series. All right, it is now time for Emily's favorite segment of the podcast, her favorite topic.
Politics?
Her favorite topic. Politics.
No.
Politics.
No,
Like that.
thank you.
So,
Be like that. Be like that.
this is our election special. We're going to break down all the details.
First president.
So, first of all, Emily's been big into watching the Joe Rogan podcast.
We watched 30 minutes of it.
Yeah, because we fell asleep.
You're gonna have to let me know because I have not sadly seen it yet.
We've only watched 30 minutes. We kind of watched the beginning, to be fair.
It's 30 minutes more than I've watched.
I think it's interesting, the kind of discussion on it where, like, Joe Rogan was asking Donald Trump, like, the, like, things that were, like, right when you become president, like, how that feels, like, what that, like, experience is like, right? And especially going from somebody who, like, never had any political office, right? Like, if you were a governor of a state, being the president is just that on a higher level, right? It's a similar role, just to less of an extent. So, like, nobody has ever just gone into it and said, I've never been in politics, now I'm the president of the United States. So, he discussed a little bit of that, which I thought was interesting, like, seeing things in the White House or, like, going in and not knowing, like, anybody that's there. Like, bro didn't know anybody in Washington to, like, you know, who's going to work with. So,
Yeah.
that was an interesting part for me. What would you find interesting in the podcast?
I don't have anything that's interesting.
I feel that. All right, so for this election, right?
Bad.
What? Janathan, you get to go first. Tell us how you're feeling, because we're only a few days away.
So, I'm gonna be honest. As a... No, kinda... I've been keeping up with politics a little bit throughout the entire year. Probably should have been focused a little bit more on them, because this is probably going to be one of our most important elections. But as a guy who stood with Bobby Kennedy after I heard he was running, I loved Kennedy. I loved his fucking uncle. I loved Kennedy's views. I mean, their family is just fucking amazing. I was kind of really upset when I heard he dropped out, but as soon as he said he was endorsing Trump, I was like, well, I guess I know who I'm voting for now. Because if you're going to drop out of a presidential election and then go and endorse someone that you think would be a good fit, being a Democrat, dropping out and endorsing a Republican is crazy. But if you think that's best, it's amazing. Trump has the people in mind. He's for the country. He's for the people. Kamala is just a bum. She's a bum, all right? Her and Biden have ruined the economy, ruined everything. Immigration is fucked up. But let's not get into that, because you know what's important? Project 2025. No, I just getting closer to it. Being a first-time voter, I'm kind of excited. I'm really excited for it, and Donald Trump will be getting my vote this year. I hope we get a good, steady, fair. Nothing happens through the election. America gets better, and we start to fix ourselves. we're all right.
I mean, I agree with a lot of the points of that. Obviously, fixing the country and things with having like Joe Biden as president. Like, I think we need to have a point where like you have somebody who actually wants to fix the country, because like the whole time Kamala's just been talking shit about Trump. Like, she hasn't really done anything. And all she does is just like try to go to like a little segment to be like, these are some people that we need to get, and then she says some dumb shit. So
Can't wait to vote for Modi.
I guess I'll add a little bit more onto it. Just about all of the points that she's been making are talking about fixing when, if we vote for her, are problems that her and Biden have made while in presidency and can fix still currently. So they're all problems that could have been avoided and can be fixed. She's choosing not to and is using it as a way for people to vote for her.
it's 100% like insane to me to have the Democrat candidate saying we're going to fix the issues when it's been Democrats in control for 12 of the last 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
But you try to put every issue that the country has on 4 years of Trump when he didn't have nearly as many issues with the country. It's very wild to me that you want to sit here and say that because you are the people that have been in control. You've had the power. You've had a lot of the majorities of positions throughout those like years, right? Like 2009 to now, you've had the presidency for all but 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to believe that voting for one of your candidates again is going to fix the problem?
No.
That's wild work to me. One thing that I seen that was real wild was apparently there's a Kamala ad today that came out was to, as a woman, vote for Kamala even though you told your husband you're going to vote for Trump. So encouraging, basically lying to your husband about who you're going to vote for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if you're going to vote for somebody, just be open with who you want to pick and who you're going to vote for.
Mm.
Like, the fact that you're saying, no, you should lie to your husband on who you want to vote for. Like, you should be having... I feel like that should be a discussion in a relationship, so you know who you're with, who they want to vote for. But, like, I think that's just wild movement to sit there and say, you know, lie to your husband on who you're going to vote for.
Yeah.
But again, Kamala's campaign's built on lies, so I'm not surprised. Did you see that Tim Walz is doing a Madden live stream
No.
the other day? Now, again, they're trying to appeal to male voters. They chose to appeal to male voters by playing Madden at 3 o'clock on a Sunday. During football games.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, he said he was going to run a pick six play. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Patriots are playing. Let me just go watch Tim Walz make a pick six play. Let me pause this Patriots-Jets game real quick and go watch Tim Walz make his pick six play.
Oh my god. You know how far down the list of things I would have to have watched to say I'm going to watch a Tim Walz live stream of him playing Madden? On a Sunday, dog. Bro, Sunday I had Jets and Patriots to watch. I had NASCAR, F1, and Warriors all playing in a row.
Yeah.
Not one time I was like, damn, I hope Tim Walz is streaming Madden right now.
Damn, these sports are just fucking boring right now. Can I just go watch Tim Walz play Madden? Crazy. Finals playing Madden and making a pick six play. That's crazy.
Oh man. So
Hey, pedos for vice president. You can get away with that now, apparently. So that should be his new slogan: pedos for VP.
So, you obviously said you're voting for Trump. I announced that back on the channel in like February. There's only one more person who we need to have here. Emily, this is your first time voting because you didn't vote last year. So, tell us, for president, who's your pick?
Bodie.
You actually writing in Bodie?
No.
Who you picking for president then? Who you got?
Trump.
Yeah, this is my girl right here. Look at her. Look at her pulling up. It's my girl. Roll Tide.
While we're here, I do wanna talk about just for a brief minute. You know, I can't deny that a lot of Trump's campaign has been literally just shitting on Biden and Kamala.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he is also not president right now and technically not part of the government right now. Biden, on the other hand, is currently president and currently should not be saying some of the stuff he said. Like just recently, I think it was a day or two ago, I think he was on the podium and he was just talking about how everyone voting for Trump is just garbage. Every human voting for Trump is garbage. It's like, as a president, that is not professional to say, and is not something you should be saying, especially if your vice president is also running for presidency, and she is kind of based herself off of whatever you say. She's part of it, and you're out here calling like half of America garbage. That's not a good look on you as a president.
Now, I don't know if you've seen how Trump responded to that by going and being in a garbage truck and then showing up to his speech wearing like the vest. And then you had Vivek out there doing like actual like garbage routes. Like they pulled up. But here's my thing with Biden's commentary. Some of the things bro has said, and it seems like by some of his actions, he's not a big fan of Kamala.
No.
So, and obviously there has to be a part of it where he got removed and it didn't seem like he wanted to be removed. I mean, they kind of just removed him and said, you're out.
Yeah.
Is he intentionally trying to damage her more? Like, is there part of it where there's beef and him saying that commentary? It doesn't matter if he says Trump supporters are garbage. Does that just, in a way, him saying, I'm going to help Trump because fuck Kamala, like, you're being a bum?
Yeah.
Like, is that intentional? I mean, it could just be him being an old dude and saying whatever ridiculous shit pops in his mind. But is there a part of it where he isn't really a Kamala fan? Like, when he put on that Trump hat, like, you don't just put on a hat just for the hell of it.
No.
Like, there's a part of that where that had to be intentional. Like, I know the dude's mental state is shit. But is it to the point where he has no fucking clue what's going on? Or is there some part of it where he's like, y'all fucked me over, I was running. And then we just install a candidate in his place. And then we can run with it. And his bro is out here, when they put him on camera, he's like, nah, I'm going to say some ridiculous shit that hurts Kamala. Because realistically, that only hurts Kamala to say people voting for Trump are garbage. Right? And it only... And that's kind of like when Hillary said that, like, they were deplorables in 2016. Like, that only helped Trump by saying that. So, is it that similar thing where Biden's just like, fuck Kamala, I'm going to help you out. Like, I'm going to help you out, G. Like...
Yeah.
I feel like they don't like each other, but then there's like times that it's like they don't hate each other because then Trump's like, Biden needs to come back. Like, I don't know. It's interesting to me.
I think, in my opinion, I don't think Biden necessarily likes Trump, but I do feel that he is trying in some way to sabotage Kamala without outright just sabotaging her. Well, I mean, a little while ago, I know she was on the podium talking about some of her stuff, and bro just kind of came up and started shitting on her and calling her a liar for everything she was saying. Like, I mean, I don't think he's trying to intentionally help Trump. I just think he does not like Kamala and does not want her to become president. So,
I mean, there's been other
unironically,
moments
he
too.
is helping Trump, but I don't think he's intentionally doing it. He's just trying to intentionally hurt Kamala.
I mean, there has been other moments too where it's like, if she's giving like a big campaign speech, that's when he does a speech. Like,
Yeah.
and again, being the president, he's going to pull that attention away from her. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's definitely elements where it's like, I don't think bro likes her. So, I mean, here's the other thing. Did bro even like her to be vice president, or is it just like, you got to pick somebody based on some wild diversity bullshit and not actually who you want to be vice president? Because nobody like wanted Kamala in any way. I mean, she pulled terribly when she was running for president in 2020, right? So I don't think that would even be who Biden would have picked, because realistically, that you don't get an advantage out of that. You pick somebody who nobody wanted, who's from California, right? When you pick your vice president, you want to have somebody who's from a state that you can get an impact from, swing state type person, right? Like, I don't think Kamala necessarily was the pick for vice president just based on that's who Biden wanted. So I just think maybe he wasn't a fan of her from the beginning, to be fair. So we'll see. Obviously, everybody's made their picks. I mean, I think the whole EPCW brand is for Trump. I mean, let's be real from this podcast, from racing. I mean, Wen's not here, but we know that that's what Wen's going to do. I mean, we meme him for, voting for Joe Biden before, but the views that he has now, like, we know that's what he's voting for. So the whole EPCW brand in general is here for Trump. Like, roll tide. Like, that's our dude. So that's who we're going for. I mean, obviously, we're all voting for him, and obviously, as a brand, that's who we want to have win. So we'll see next week if we have a result on Wednesday when we record. But I'm ready to go in there and vote and pull up my hat.
Yep.
I'm pulling up with the hat, dog.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so there is that. Now, do you have anything else to add politically? Anybody?
I will say, out of all this shit that Kamala and Biden have been talking about Trump supporters, absolutely fucking W to everyone, including Trump and his running party, for just memeing the fuck out of them for it. All the shit talking that they're doing, and everyone is just memeing them. They're just a straight meme. So absolute W for Trump and all his supporters and his running party to not be offended and start getting mad, but just fucking memeing them for it. Absolute W for Trump supporters and for Trump. I think that's all I've got.
My favorite campaign ad is the one where they're talking about like Kamala's support of transgenders and illegals and stuff, and then the thing says Kamala's for they them.
Look, man, I'm voting for the McDonald's employee. All right.
The one who actually worked at McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm voting for the McDonald's employee.
The real one.
The real McDonald's employee. Oh man. So that is that. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, we'll all be making our votes on election day, and everybody other, make sure you guys put your votes in if you haven't planned on it or whatever. Voting's important in general, no matter who you're picking. It is important as a American citizen to do your voting, and also to vote on everything and not just think about who the president is. Vote on, know the other candidates and what they are representing on the ballot, because they also impact you, and honestly impact you more in your local elections, more than making your picks for the president. And again, also consider voting in other years that aren't presidential years. Obviously, that's a big thing. I voted in every single election year since I've been able to vote in
1987.
What year did I start being able to vote? It would have been 2017 because I would have been 18. So since 2017, I voted in every single election. So, what? Yeah. So I voted in every election since I've been able to vote. So again, it's an important thing to do. And again, whoever you're voting for, just make sure you do vote because that's important.
And to kind of add on to that, I know, like, for our brand, we're going for a candidate that's like one of the top two out of everything. But when voting, again, like Curtis said, take a look at everybody and pick whoever aligns with your views the best. Don't just go off of popularity vote or who you think is going to win. Go off of the people that have the closest views to you and go with that.
Yeah, I mean, when I voted in 2020, I voted for a third-party candidate for president. So, again, it's the thing, like, neither one of you have voted for president before, but, again, you don't have to vote for that top one. We all, as a brand, have, discussed who we're picking, and we all picked the same person, but, like, there are options, and again, do research the websites to figure it out. Like, you can see other candidates who you want to pick, and again, down the ballot, the other options that you have, just look into it and see who you want to pick on that. But moving on from our political segment to our segment that we haven't had much in this podcast, the discussion of GTA racing. First of all, I just realized the video is going out on your birthday because the birthday special goes out before it. So happy birthday to Janath, and everybody gets some birthday hype for Big Dog here. So welcome to your 20s. Welcome to the club. 2 of us here are now part of that. So welcome to that. Welcome to that group. Yeah, basically. GTA racing. We did 2 GTA racing videos. We had the race playlist 245 and your birthday special race playlist. So if you guys didn't check those out, make sure you check that out. We'll start with race playlist 245. Of course, this is the beginning of the playlist playoffs. You guys can go to epiccw.net and get your playlist playoff t-shirts as well. Represent whoever you want from that. There's also one that has all 4 of us on it, but you can get specific person playlist playoff limited edition t-shirts there now. So playlist 245 started off, interesting start. Obviously having 4 of us now in the series. First ever 4 prison playlist. Emily's debut. Wen's return to being main host of the series, which obviously he was for the first 220 episodes. Starting off, I got 2 wins early. You were kind of struggling a little bit. I got those 2 playoff points. Obviously, you need to win 5 races, get 5 points, however you want to look at it. So I got 2 early ones in that, and then I kind of fell off with some of the bad track picks. Not bad track picks, but bad tracks for me, I guess. Track pulls, we should say. I was able to come back, get 2 more wins, but you kind of pulled away once you got some momentum going. Wen was able to get 1 win, and Emily got her first ever win in the series. So same amount of wins as Wen. Cook that fraud. How do you feel about your 1 win cooking that fraud?
Great. Cooked him.
Cook that bum. So, Jonathan, you had advanced to the second round of the playoffs. You're one of the 3 members that will be in that. I'm on my way. I need 1 win in 12 races. Can I do it? Who knows? Realistically, if Wen and Emily each win 4 races and I don't win one, they could advance, but
that would be crazy.
I don't think Wen's going to win 4 more before I do win 1. So I think the bigger threat's right here than Wen. Once you get Emily a modified car, make Wen last again. You guys can also go to epicitymedia.net and get your Make Wham Last Again t-shirt. For once Emily gets a modified car, she will be making Wham last again. So there is that. So my take on it, I mean, I think that I performed decent in the spot. I would like to get the win. Obviously, I have 3 plus wins in a row going into it, but looking at the bigger picture, winning the Plus Playoff Championship, trying to get my second championship in that. The 4 wins is good to go to the next, or almost good enough to go to the next round. What is your take on the episode?
I think, overall, it was a really good episode. Like you said, I struggled the first 2 races. I'm not entirely sure why, but I just kept cooking myself in both races. I was just crashing constantly. The second race, I just kind of got fucked over by the track itself. Just some random part completely took me out. It happens. I came back, felt good. Glad to be the first person in the playoffs. Congrats, Emily, on your first playlist win in the first episode that you debut in.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. Wan, I'm coming for you next episode. You're getting cooked all of next episode.
Cook that bum.
Oh my.
Yeah, no. Everyone raced really well. Wan's in his normal 3rd place, soon to be 4th place finishes, so pretty much how the playlist goes. Me and Curtis are kind of battling for 1st and 2nd, and Wan's just fucking off, doing whatever Wan's doing,
It's fucking off.
crashing and failing and getting coached by Emily.
Now, I do want to acknowledge the fact that we talk about the playoff stats a lot. You have actually tied the wins that Wan had in a single season. His best ever. You've tied it already. So your next win will be the 2nd most wins by a host in a season besides me. Like, you will have passed Wan. You had 11 this year in 2024. Wan had 11 in 2017. I would be surprised if you didn't get at least 1 more episode win between now and the end of the year. Obviously, it's a little bit harder when we're not doing weekly episodes like we were doing. It's every other week. You definitely would have already surpassed had we done weekly episodes from September to now, but we kind of had a month and a half off. Obviously, the alternates versus challenge, so you're not going to have that many more chances, but I do think you will at least get 1 more in there. So there's that. Emily, how did you feel about playoffs? Just give us a little bit of your vibe of the first series. I know it didn't go the best for you, but how did you feel about being in a series like that?
Great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Only if I knew the rules.
Yeah. I will admit, and I told you this, actually I told both of you this, I made a mistake by not telling you the rules because you had done 2 episodes of Versus Challenge. We had actually sat down and kind of discussed the point system, the point totals. So I kind of forgot we didn't go over the whole thing. Also, when rejoining, I was like, oh, we've already done an episode of all of us together, but we hadn't. And I kind of forgot to go over that with you. So that's something I do apologize for that. We can make sure you know all the rules going to the next playlist. At least the ones that really matter. We don't need to go into betting rules because those don't really apply at the moment. But all the rules that matter, I will explain to you. We're also going to work on getting you the modified car, so that way you can race with a proper car. We'll get you all the unlocks. Hopefully get you the car as well, so that way you can have a Krieger for that episode. Birthday special for you. Not as much to dive into with it, but the tracks with that being all the junk tracks and the wild chaos tracks, I absolutely hated it, and I was glad when it was over. And I was glad that it ended a few minutes earlier than the whole playlist. That's all I gotta say on that.
I mean, I definitely feel I had the advantage with all of it being junk or some just extreme circuit, because I know you're not the best at them. So one could say it was a Mickey Mouse win for me, but I mean, I'm chilling. I fucking love drunk tracks. I love crazy tracks like that. So I'll take the win, and I'm chilling. It was a good playlist.
So you got your playlist special debut. You got a win in it. You have obviously one win. Now we don't really keep a record of it, but it's just we do have the stats from each episode. But again, first playlist special win. We'll be back with another playlist special. We have next year. We're gonna at least do a few. Everybody's birthday, so we'll have at least 4. So there's that. And maybe we'll do some other ones. We did some themed ones throughout the year. We had when one of the new hot rings came out, went on a special of that. We tested out new rules and did a special of that once. And we also did like American tracks. They were all tracks based on racetracks from America. We did a special of that. So could do another special, but it's kind of one of those things that we're going to do one playlist. Doesn't really need to have more. But yeah, there's that. Next segment. This is a good one. This is a good one. And it comes over here to Emily. This is you.
Why?
This is Emily's fact of the week.
Oh.
Fact of the week.
Emily shares a random fact with us. Let's see.
Let me.
Now, while we're here, Jonathan, you do need to have your song of the week ready, so. Because you're up next. So, Emily's fact of the week, what do you have?
So it was made by not me, but you. Of our Epic CW brand category list of where we all categorize.
Oh, because this is basically, I think I was memeing the diversity groups. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, you were. And I wrote it down.
You wrote it down. All right.
I did.
So what do we have?
So we've won first. His category is black. and then we have Janathan, who's the shortest.
Yep.
Love for our short kings, right?
We have me next because I'm the only woman here ever. And then we have you, who's the least feminine among the group, because of specifically the beard.
Yep.
I'm gonna go D.
You and Wen collectively have like the amount of facial hair that my mustache has, dog.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh man. Like that's crazy work, but that is facts, and that is Emily's fact of the week.
Yeah.
Next up, we have song of the week. Janathan.
My choice is "But I Got a Beer in My Hand" by Luke Bryan.
I'm pretty sure that was like Emily's song 2 weeks ago. That's banger.
Yeah, it was.
Well, that's my song.
I think he wasn't here that week.
It might have been the week.
Was that the week he wasn't here?
Yeah,
I
think
don't remember that getting chosen. So.
All right, yeah, because mine was. What was mine that week?
Don't know.
Oh, I know. No, I know what mine was that week. Mine was.
Something you didn't tell me.
No, mine was "I Left Something Turned On at Home" by.
Hold on, I'm changing it real quick.
Trace
I got
Adkins.
another one right here.
No, you can have the same song. It's fine.
No. I'm switching it now. I don't want to be twinsies. I don't twinsies. I'm switching it up. Though. I'm going with "You, Me, and Whiskey" by Justin Moore and Priscilla Block. I thought that said black, but.
Bro said I don't twinsies.
All right. And then Emily, what's your song of the week?
Roll On by Alabama.
All right. Roll On by Alabama. Now I got a good one. This goes with the theme of political takes. We have "Make America Great Again" by Brian Kelly. It's a banger song, dog. It's a banger song.
That's amazing.
Going with the political topics. All right, so we have just a few minutes left here. So our game of the week is more sports themed. There are a few sports leagues that we watch or understand. Football, basketball. We addressed baseball. That's pretty much it. Hockey's gay, so we don't talk about hockey.
Maybe it's you.
You guys like hockey, right?
Yeah.
I like hockey.
All right, great. So the 4 major sports. So everybody's favorite teams in the sports, right?
Yeah.
Your favorite football team, Patriots. My favorite football team is the Jets. Ellen's favorite football team is the Giants. But the question is, if you had to pick a second team, right? Your second team, second favorite team, right? We'll go with
Yeah.
that. Second favorite team for each sport of the 4 major sports. Who you got? Who knows for football their second favorite team?
For football, I have 2 choices
Mm-hmm.
of what it could be. Either the Buffalo Bills or the Vikings.
Okay. Emily, what you got?
The Colts.
Colts, okay. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Wow.
What?
How did I know?
Because we had this exact discussion.
I know.
So, next sport we'll go with basketball. Everybody's favorite basketball team here. Jonathan, your favorite basketball team is?
The Celtics.
Emily?
Warriors.
Yeah, Warrior Squad over here. All right. Second favorite team, though, for basketball.
Probably the Kings.
All right.
Because I like their name.
All right. Goated.
Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers squad. Yeah, fuck the Celtics. All right. And then we will go with baseball. Everybody's favorite team here is the Red Sox. That's the only sport that we have the same team.
Mm. I'll go with the Orioles.
All right. What you got for baseball?
Dodgers.
Yeah, let's go. World Series champs, baby. Dodgers. I've been a Dodgers fan for a while. So we'll go Dodgers. And then you guys are hockey enthusiasts.
Mm.
You guys both enjoy the Bruins. So your second favorite hockey teams.
Probably the Golden Knights.
Do you know hockey teams at all?
I know a few.
Name one.
The Bruins.
Name another one.
I don't got any other ones.
Goated.
Mm-hmm.
The only team that I would possibly like would be Las Vegas. If I was to even pick a team. So, second favorite team? Actually, I would pick Seattle for a second favorite team because the Kraken sounds badass.
That's true. Yeah.
So, there we go. But that will do it for our podcast. Make sure you guys go out and vote again. And we'll see you guys next week with election results.